Hey, what's up guys? I'm Raga.
It's Evan Netsch here.
And today we're gonna do another rider profile. We're gonna get to know Evan, who's been a kiteboarder for what, like 10 years now, I think? Maybe longer?
20.
20 years. Okay, so you started when you were a kid. But
I'm older now. I'm 31 now.
That's not that old. But yeah, Evan's an absolute ripper, somebody that I've known about for a long time. I've known him for a few years now, and we're just gonna do some Q&A and get to know him and what he's about. Yeah. So I guess first question, when and how did you get into kiteboarding?
Well, I was lucky enough to grow up here on the Outer Banks, which is really helpful. It's windy. It's kind of like the kiteboarding hub of the East Coast, or maybe even the U.S. to a degree. Mm-hmm. So I grew up windsurfing from like a really young age. When I was my parents windsurfed. My dad got me into windsurfing, and I mean, like 4 years old maybe, I started windsurfing a bit. And so then my sister windsurfed as well. My mom and our whole family were all windsurfing, and we were actually kind of across the street from where we're at now at like Barton's shop, and we had our silent sail shop, and we'd windsurf there all the time. And you know, then you'd start seeing a few kites coming in, and I was looking at it, I'm like, yeah, it's kind of like new and fun and different. And I had two really good friends, Morgan and Brock, and their dad lived in the Dominican Republic. And I was wanting to learn to kite, trying to get my parents to teach me, or not teach me because I didn't know how to kite, but like get me lessons or get it figured out. And this is in like 2000 maybe? I was 10. Okay. I was in 5th grade, for whatever that's worth. And I kind of like was flying a trainer kite, trying a little bit in the water, got a couple lessons, and then Morgan and Brock went to the DR. They came back and they were like kiting. Morgan was, at least. She was my same age, and she was like riding back and forth and like jumping, and I'm like windsurfing. And I'm like, I need to learn how to kite. And so I pushed my parents harder, and they were kind of reluctant because it was a little sketchy still back in the day. And I think finally, you know, I was 10 years old. My sister was like 7 or 8, and we were all windsurfing. And I think my dad specifically was like, this is so nice. We can like show up to the beach as a family. We can all windsurf together. This is like dream come true. And now you want to like restart this whole process. So I pushed and pushed, and sold all my windsurfing gear. Yeah. I sailed a lot, and I kind of had some sponsors, and I competed a little bit, and I made the decision for whatever reason of like, I'm done. I'm not windsurfing anymore. And I sold my windsurfing gear and bought kite gear, and it stuck. I'm still doing it now. Yeah, that's awesome. And now you're obviously been with Cabrina for a long time, and you're actually a very, I'm trying to find the right word, diversified rider. So I mean, I've seen you ride in many disciplines. I've actually seen that I've seen you do like slim chances. Like you're a really high level freestyle rider, but you're also one of the few guys that are really excelling at like strapless surfing and like strapless freestyle and all that. I mean, what's your favorite discipline? What are you really focused on, and what do you practice? I mean, I think I started kiting just to like jump, because that's what everybody sees, right? Yep. You sight and jump, you get excited, then you kind of get a little bored of it, and one thing leads to another, and then you start doing freestyle. And I actually like hurt my foot at one point, and it allowed me to like, I couldn't really ride in straps. My foot would have like a little stress fracture and really cramp up and hurt riding straps, like gripping your toes. And so I started riding boots, because that actually allowed me to ride with my hurt foot. And then I got kind of really, you know, into the whole freestyle thing for a while, and hitting rails and doing all the unhooked stuff, did the triple S for a bunch of years, and then I was like, this is pretty painful, and kind of started doing less and less of it. And then you kind of fall back to like, you know, really enjoying the roots of kiting, which is like jumping high, doing kite loops, all the stuff, back and foot straps. But at the same time, I grew up surfing as well. Like I've surfed since I was, I don't know, like 8 or 7 or something. And so I've always enjoyed kiting in the ocean and riding waves. And then I think really, you know, when kites started getting better and they started depowering, where you could like effectively truly ride a wave, like the whole wave riding element of kiting really appealed to me as well a lot. So I started, you know, riding a surfboard a lot, and a really good friend here, Ryder, who owns, and he and his dad had our silent sail shop. He started riding a skimboard a ton, like in 10 years ago, before strapless was like a thing, before people were like doing strapless tricks. And he got this like skimboard from Nobile for like $100 or something on closeout, because they owned a shop. And anyway, he was riding this thing and just like doing ridiculous stuff on the skimboard. And I remember telling him, like, dude, like you're riding in flat water on the skimboard, like doing insane stuff. You should learn all the same tricks on the surfboard, then like take it into the waves. Like you're gonna be like, you know, one of the best guys in the world, and like people are, you're doing stuff that nobody's doing. And you know, as time went by, I mean, he took a lot of that like skimboarding stuff and applied it to wave riding on a surfboard. And so I've spent a lot of time riding with him, you know, doing strapless freestyle stuff just in the flat water behind their shop in the summer here. We don't have waves, and I really enjoy it. You know, it's just kind of another, you know, another way to kite, something new, different to learn. So I've always enjoyed, like, if you do the same thing every day, you keep trying to do freestyle tricks or one thing, you get burned out, you kind of hit a plateau.
You do.
So I really just kind of enjoyed everything it has to offer. I mean, winging now. I mean, you know, if you can throw something new at me, I'm happy to try it. I kind of enjoy that learning curve. Like I enjoy putting myself back and being a beginner.
Yep.
So I actually went and did freestyle the other day for the first time in like a year because I'm like, I haven't done it in so long.
How'd that feel?
Sore, like I'm sore. Like I feel it for sure.
Yeah.
But it's fun again for me. Like I spend so much time now, like winging and riding a surfboard and like not unhooking. Like it was fun to like go back and unhook and like, wow, I really am not good at all compared to where I used to be or where other riders are. I'm like so far behind the ball now. But it's really fun to, you know, utilize all the different aspects and really just like I feel like you don't want to force yourself to ride a certain discipline in like any conditions. Like if it's not good conditions for freestyle, if it's choppy or if there's waves, like do something else, like, you know, alter your riding to like what the conditions offer.
Yes, that's a really good take.
And I think here in Hatteras, it's like you get all kinds of conditions, like really good flat water, good waves, onshore wind, offshore wind. You get like such a variety. It's kind of like, to me, it feels ridiculous to do the same thing when you have all these different options.
You have world-class conditions for every discipline here, which is great because it makes for world-class riders.
Yeah, and then you know, you can have like 10 sessions in a row, and every session's completely different. And I really enjoy that a lot. So
that's cool. I think it's a good fit for Cabrina as well because they have a lot of those surfing roots in their brand, and you're a really good ambassador for that because obviously you can do everything that kiteboarding encompasses, and then you kind of hit the nail on the head with the surfboard-like vibes and the really beachy, surfy vibes that they have going on. So.
Yeah, no, for sure. And like I'm lucky enough, like Cabrina actually like, you know, like now the sport is so diverse, like freestyle and strapless and winging and big air and I mean foiling. You name it, like it's hard for like any one brand to like cover all those bases and like create good products for like everything. And you see a lot of brands that have really good products for, you know, one or two aspects, but like I'm stoked to, you know, be with a brand that I've been with from, you know, now for 10 years, you know, before foiling was around, before strapless was really a thing, and you know, they've kept up with those trends and like they offer that entire range of stuff, which is really cool. And I just feel lucky because I like doing everything, and you know, they've got everything, you know, to do it with, so it's really cool.
That's awesome, man. I appreciate the time.
Yeah, for sure.
Hopefully everybody enjoyed getting to know Evan here. So
thanks for having me.
Yeah,
appreciate it, where I go.
If you guys found this video helpful, hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll catch you next time.